Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
目で見て正しい発音に近づける、そんな学習ができたでしょうか。
Hypermedia。
情報量が多いから、映像やサウンドが美しいから、豊富なセンテンス、リアルな会話、生きた学習が楽しめます。ハイパーメディアだからできます。富士通のパソコン FM タウンズ。富士通。
I guess I love you.
もっといろいろチャレンジしてみたい。もっともっと新しい私を表現したいな。ハイパーメディアパソコン FM タウンズ。
富士通。
これがタウンズワールド。パソコンの中に遊園地があるみたい。
ハイパーメディアパソコン富士通 FM タウンズ。
広がる広がる。
Hello everybody and good evening. Hope you're all doing well. See, we've got a few people in the chat already. Evening 8-bit hoots, retro prime. Confusing. Paul and his duplicate, Paul and his clone. Evening to Craig, who was the first, as I can see, and Andy. Yes, and it is the one that's been rescheduled 3 times already. I just couldn't be bothered to change loading screen, to be honest. Title screen, not loading screen. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a nice day today. It's been quite warm, even though I've been at work all day. But when I came out, it was quite nice and mild. Could almost sit out in it. Sloppy work. Well, I just got that fed up of changing it. It changed 3 times in like 2 weeks, so I just couldn't be bothered anymore changing it. Next week it'll be back to normal. So these 2 streams have been the ones I've been most looking forward to doing. So tonight, obviously, we're looking at the FM Towns, the Fujitsu FM Towns, but next week as well, we're looking at unreleased prototype games that I've found quite a few of over various systems, going from the Amiga right through to the PlayStation 2. Some really interesting games that even I'd never heard of were being developed, so that's something to look forward to next week. But this week we're looking at the FM Towns, so as always I get a bit of information up about it. So it was released in Japan in 1989, believe it or not, which surprised me because I thought it was a bit older than that. And it's basically a PC because it was based on a 386. I think it was an SX386SX 16 megahertz, which was the FM Towns and the Marty. So, for those of you who are aware, the Marty was like a consoleized version of it. So that came out a bit later in 1993, and these were only ever released in Japan. So I quite like the look of that. It reminds me of the CD32 a bit. Quite a sleek console. I've never seen one in real life. I don't know if you've got one, Andy, or not. I know you've got every other console in the world. Is that the CD drive? Yes, the CD drive on that was actually on the front of the machine. I quite like the look of it, actually. It looks quite diggy. I know Fujitsu did move into PCs because one of my first PCs was a Fujitsu. Fujitsu, or however you want to say it. Now, it did have its own operating system for a bit, which was called Towns OS. But then later on, you could actually put a version of Windows 3.1095 on there, specifically designed for the FM Towns, so it would use their drivers and things. So, fetch loads now, yeah. Reminds me of the Amstrad. Yeah, I like the grey. I love the grey of it, to be honest. Looks dead good. Yeah, I think so as well. I think it looks quite diggy and quite smart. It's like the top of a GameCube, yeah. It's a giant GameCube. You split it on its side. Oh, the Marty, yeah. I like both of them, to be honest. I do like the look of that as well. I think it looks quite smart. I was reading about the Marty, and it claims to be the first 32-bit. It is often claimed to be the first 32-bit CD-based home video system although it has a 16-bit data bus. Now that's interesting because the CD32 didn't that claim to be the first 32-bit system. So again, I think it's a bit of that. How can we spin this to get out there what we want it to be? So it basically had the resolution of it was 256 by 240, 256 colours on screen from a palette of 32,000. It had a bit of sprite RAM at 128k, which seems so small nowadays, and it could have up to 1,024 sprites on the screen at once. Sprite size being 16 by 16 and 16 colour sprites. So quite a little digging machine for its time. In reality, when you look back at what was competing with it, it was out around the same time as the Amiga. So, but obviously this was a lot more expensive. I don't think it tells you how much it was, but yeah, I bet it was quite a bit more expensive than the Amiga was. Interestingly, it only sold 500,000 units, so 500,000 units, and was discontinued in summer 1997. Don't know how many units the Marty sold. Oh, the Marty only sold 45,000. So, and that was discontinued 2 years earlier. So it came out later, but was discontinued earlier, and that was around $710. So I can imagine that being up there around the $1,000 mark. Hi, Music Man. Hope you're okay. The Jaguar was the first 64-bit. Yep, of course it was. It doesn't make you laugh now when you look back, when you go back into the bits and stuff. They sort of never continued after that, did they? They sort of died after the Dreamcast, weren't that 128-bit? But nowadays they don't really focus on that at all. It's more around the graphic polygon count and all that kind of rubbish. Back at the Jaguar was a bag of poo, I totally agree. Quite a lot of games released for it as well, believe it or not. There was over 638 games, which you can understand why, because it was very much PC related, so a lot of those were released on it as well. Not go through all the list, but there's loads of them on there. Now, from an emulation perspective, it's a bit difficult to emulate. So there is a few emulators out there. I always use this page, the EmuGen Wikipedia page. It's got all the information you need on every system, basically. But the one I'll be using today is MAME. It's basically, it's using CoinOp, so it's MAME. It's a lot easier to do when you're doing emulation streams, if you like. But there is one, excuse me, out there called, which I've downloaded, that Tessaguru, is that how you pronounce it? Which I've had a quick squint at, and to be honest, it does look fairly straightforward to set up. So you just need to get some ROMs and things and select where they are, and then you can also select which model you want. So you can start, if you want the Marty, you can actually present it can be the Marty, or it goes through all the different versions of the FM Towns. So again, something to mess around with if you want to. You could also install Windows 95 on this as well, on that version, and put your own hard drives and things in, but I just haven't got the time tonight to mess about with all that kind of stuff, so we're going for the simple and basic versions. Good evening, Amiga OS. Hope you're okay. All about 4K, yeah. Fujitsu PCs are awesome. Yeah, I had a Fujitsu actual PC years ago. This was just a random advert I found in one of the Japanese magazines. Obviously, I can't read Japanese, but they did push it quite a lot. One of the things I would say, if you're wanting things for the FM Towns, in the internetarchive.org is really good. Tons of stuff on there if you want to download it. Over 28,000 items, including the ISOs and stuff for the games. So if you want to play it properly and install the emulation, then by all means I would go with that. It's a lot easier than hunting them down. Right, so that's enough rabbiting from me. Let's get some games up and running. I just find it interesting to look at the history of them, especially systems I've never had or never seen before. I've never seen one of these in the wild ever. So, because he's on the stream, I thought we'd start with a game that I know Craig loves. That's Rainbow Islands. Yeah, look, there's a Shadow of the Beast, I think, Andy, on there. So this is using MAME emulation to emulate the FM Times. It is slightly different. I had a quick go at this earlier on, and it looks like the aliens are a bit different. They're not what I thought they would be. But I don't know if that's this version or what. If it's so, this is the Rainbow Islands extra version. Going to put the sound up, sorry, I'll start it because the desktop sound's a bit low on the game. Wait there 1 second. Sorry about that, I'll get it right first time, they say you're messing about. Yeah, what is it with the extra versions then? What were they? Were they like... I thought it was a bit weird, to be honest, compared to the normal version.
The biggest unanswered question is, where is the money?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just because it was a Japanese console. It never came out in Europe or in America, so that's a good thing. But then again, that doesn't stop a lot of big other ones. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't take off. Yeah, different baddies. Yeah, it threw me a bit, to be honest. So they like weird. It's colourful enough. Oh, okay. Is it? Is that the Mega Drive version the same then? Ah, that's it then. Oh, it's like weird alien creature things. I thought it was supposed to be lovely little bunnies and stuff and bees and God knows what, all the nice creatures. Oh. Turrican 2 is Rainbow Island, definitely. Turn my volume up, because I can't hear the sound here. The colours are nice, the colours, the graphics are good. Just seems a bit dark. Oh, random gum there. Like a nightmare version. I don't think I've ever seen... Yeah, well, you've not seen me play this, then obviously, yeah. Oh. I'll have a look at the comments in a second. Oh. Is this PD? Yeah, I know, I thought that. I just wondered what they were doing. Again, why did they make these versions then, Craig? Why did they make extra versions? Was it just to make something a bit different? Or did they not have the rights? Or what? What was the reason? Was it to make it a bit different? Yeah, because I gather if it's running at 16 megahertz, that's obviously a lot faster than the Amiga on the 1200, weren't it? Oh, yeah, 1200 were 14, weren't it? Just about. Oh, double rainbows. Oh, I'm terrible at this game. I know, shut up. Huge battleship electric fan is approaching fast. What the? So that's Rainbow Islands Extra Edition, as it's called. Oh my god. Yeah, don't worry. We're turning it off now, Craig, so you don't have nightmares about it. Ving. It was made by Ving. I've just never even heard of them, to be honest. I know Andy mentioned Signosis, so this is Shadow of the Beast. That ruined my brain. I don't know why there's a picture of a dog, to be honest. The lack of spider angered me. Ooh. Okay. I've never seen an intro on Shadow of the Beast like that before. Cross Media Soft. So obviously, I wonder if it wasn't made by Signosis or if it was licensed by him. Oh, it is Signosis. Victor Musical Industries. Did Reflections make the Amiga version? Did they just like publish it then, I gather? It doesn't look as... what shall I say? It looks as defined as the Amiga version. Never understood the game. I have to get a key. I bet I have to get a key to go down there, don't we? So that was a waste of time. I should have got the key in the first place, and now I've got to go all the way back up. Scan lines make it look dead arcadey. Yeah, I think that must be a filter on the actual coin ops, I would imagine. What's that? What? It looks like bigger sprites than the Amiga version. I don't like one punch kills. The parallax just doesn't seem to make it look as good as on the Amiga. I don't know why it is. I wonder... oh, sorry. I wonder... I once had the Beast 3 on Radio Borders and they even got a shout out. Well done. Is that your claim to fame, Andy? It doesn't seem as dark as the Amiga version for some reason. What's that? Excuse me. Can you get out there? Oh. I always find it really difficult, this game is solid. It was a good game to highlight what the Amiga could do, but I can't think you can destroy them, can you? Yeah, it must be CD soundtrack, I think. It's too... It sounds too good to be just standard. How far do I have to go to get these? Oh... There's so many random things here going on. I'm gonna die here. Unless I find some. What that's all about. What's the aim of the game for me? This is no soul like Flash. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. Hope it's good. What's happening now? He's just looking at a reflection of himself in the crystal ball. Oh, ah. I don't think you can. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I don't. To be honest, it's like you say. I'm not. After a bit, you don't really know what you're supposed to be doing anyway. Got a few flying bats on your game over screen, Craig. Is that it? Is that your game over? This goes back to that. We'll come out of that one. I'll not do Shadow of the Beast 2. You can sort of see what it's like. It's exactly the same. That's See what HQ's like on it. I wonder if he'll say, Nancy, take your bets. Ving, they sent to make a lot of games for it. It's not Nancy. It is Nancy, but the Chinese version of Nancy or the Japanese. How many turbos have you got? What's my turbo button then? Where's the balls? I hate it when they don't put the things to smash. That's a bit pants. I like hitting the ball things, the tumbleweeds. I'll have a look at the comments in a second. This is really easy. That must be to do with the settings, it's got to be. That was too easy. The graphics aren't bad. It's pretty smooth. Which you would expect though, because it is a 386, it should easily be able to swap sprites around. I'll look at the comments in a second. There we go. Yeah, whatever you just said. Oh. How do I change gear up? I'm starting to understand why the platform died. What? Could I not get into high gear then? Hey. So he completed all the stages and he got 909. Let's see what can any set up. There's lots of different display modes. Oh, so you can have widescreen. Is that it? Pad check, listen to music, input device, digital. So it doesn't make any difference to the actual gameplay then at all. I wonder if it's because you haven't got a second gear, that's why you have so many turbos. It's smooth enough. I like how smooth it is. It's just really easy. Because there's no other cars. Well, not a lot of cars anyway. Excuse me. Come on, let's get him. I suppose it might help if you knew what they were saying. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. The distant counter doesn't work. Oh, it does when he gets close. He's got away. He's got away. So that's Chase HQ. New Zealand story. A lot, like I say, a lot of Amiga titles on it. Again by Ving. Ving must have been made loads of money. They must have been a distributor. Do you think they were a distributor for him? Oh dear. License from Tato. Display mode. Oh, so you can change the display mode. Have high resolution. Naughty seal. Imagine. Oh. I do like New Zealand story. Hurrah! Oh. I suppose as well you've got to realise that the Amiga didn't really do anything in Japan, did it? It didn't take off over there like it did over. Oh, it's these spikes. Because I've changed the resolution to high resolution. If we go. I don't think I can come out of it yet. I'll die in a second. Let me die. And I'll change it to high resolution. Low resolution, sorry. That's timer on there. So you can go to the display settings. Oh, so you can have high resolution too, which makes it bigger. See if that makes it work. Yeah, true. But they had, did they have the Mega Drive? They had the Mega Drive in Japan, didn't they? Weren't it called the... Was it called the Genesis in Japan? I know it's called Mega Drive, weren't it? And you'd only just got them, because bear in mind this is 1989, so you were just coming to the end of the 8-bit period in this area, in Europe. It was what? Was it the Mega Drive in Japan then, or was it just the Sega? This isn't a bad version, I think it's alright. Might have been a bit expensive if you'd paid all that money for it. They pulled out of the gaming market around the PS1 and they now produce bikes and stuff. Was it just in Japan then they produced that, Paul, or was it the whole country, the world? Whee. Loads of them. That's cheating. Oh. So in Japan it was just called the Sega. It wasn't given a name then, the Mega Drive. It was just called the Sega. I don't understand what you mean. Because it was called the Sega Genesis and the Sega Mega Drive, weren't it? So it was just called Sega in Japan. I thought it was Mega Drive in Japan as well. I thought it was just America where it was called Sega Genesis. Alright, that's what I thought. Game over. So that's New Zealand story. So you've got your typical PC adventures like Legend of Corandia and stuff, and Network Rally. That.
The question is, where is the money?
What's happened there? What's up there? That come up. Ah, that's fine. Me being stupid, as always. I remember playing this on the Amiga. I like this game on the Amiga. So it did have a lot of these are on CDs, obviously ISOs. Europress, who made Amos. I like the video, little video clips in the bottom corner. Skip, I've got to watch them all. Let me play. I want to play. 1993. Oh, is it mouse? Oh. It's gonna be good. The mouse isn't linked to where the thing is on the screen. Oh no! I was thinking you could actually link PCs up. That's quite link them up. I suppose it were networking like you could do other ones. I was excited. Yeah, FMV. To drive. I want to service my car. I don't want to know that rubbish. That's for Andy to do. You like servicing cars and stuff. Remember Lost Patrol? Okay. Oh dear. That's too jerky. This obviously doesn't emulate right. Yeah, we'll come off that. That's not working right. That's not what it runs like at all. Let's have a look at Prince of Persia. See, I think that's more to do with emulation than it's to do with the actual system. Yeah. It was based on hard driving on the Commodore 64, Paul. That's what they based the game on. Yeah. Oh, poor i3's down here now. It's been... I'm going to set up it background. Broderbund 1992, so this is oh no. Yeah, I think that's a start. Yeah, obviously that's a start. It must be. Yeah, this has almost got as many ports as Lemmings has. I don't even know what that says. Oh, I just want to start the game. Oh, that's start at the bottom, is it then? I can't start it because I don't know what it says. That's what I nearly did. I nearly did it then, but I thought, I don't know how to do it. Is it Google Translate? I don't know if I've got it on. Let's have a look. So it's is it Japanese, isn't it? Let's have a look, see what it's going to tell me. So, believe it or not, it has translated it. So the top one is game start. So what does that say? Evening, Liz. Put the user disk in the drive and press a key. That's why I can't do it. Oh. So that's what it says. That's right, clever actually. Put the user disk and press a key. No flying cars though. Yeah, so obviously we can't play that because it's not. They've not set it up right, or they've set it up on. Can we do Prince of Persia 2? Let's see if we can do that one. That's quite amazing actually. That is right good because that means you could play. I know it'd take forever, but you could play most, or translate most games. No flying cars though. That's made me chuckle. You can do it like... No, yeah, I know you can. I took the photo just to show that it had done it. Now you see, why does it... Disk creation, register option, play mode. What's that say then? Wait there a minute then. So I've got to... Right. Let's see if we can do this. What's that saying then? Cannot access user disk. Oh, so it's not going to do it on this one either, so. Like a language lesson, yes, we're moving on from that. I don't know what microcosm's like. Because that was quite a big game on the CD32 and stuff. That was the big, and on the PC. Like a language lesson. Signosis again. Signosis obviously gave it a bit of support or produced games for it. And I wonder if they produced them over there. Oh, it was an association with Fujitsu. It will be like every other version. Microcosm, the game that got everybody excited back in the day. I've been playing the board game that I recorded a video for. I've been playing it for ages. I'm right into it. It's like watching. It's like playing inside of an episode. It's just really. I know it's really limited what you can do, but I'm just engrossed in it. It's crazy. See what we shot next. I don't. I'm not sure. Did it come out on the CD TV? Maybe. I'm not sure. Has it crashed? Are we waiting? I think we might have had a failure. That's the other thing about emulation with these systems, because they're so difficult to emulate and they're not like, they don't get a lot of, I suppose it's like really the actual systems themselves. If not many people want to emulate them, they don't get much emulation.
The biggest unanswered question is, where
Afterburner. Afterburner 3. Insert disc 2. It was a demo on the CD-TV, right? Is it a playable demo or just a scrolling demo? Believe it or not, Andy, you could get PD discs for this as well, because I've seen them on internetarchive.org. It's now called Indie. It's called Homebrew, yeah, Indie. I saw today they've released an AJ version of Rick Dangerous, I believe. Yeah, download it today. Is it any good? A bit delayed there with the sound, but never mind. One of my favourite intros for playing game is what's the name is Birds of Prey on the Amiga. I love that intro. Let's play. Vulcan gun missile. Oh, this is the sprites from the Wii version. Love Leisure Suit Larry. What's happening now? Where's the game? Oh, it's very G-locky. This is more like G-lock, isn't it, than it is? Feel like Maverick. An F-14 Tomcat against a 5th generation fighter. It's not the plane, it's the pilot. Lots of grass. Well, that's when I crash, at least I was... I can't. I wonder if I can... Oh, bloody hell. Seizure mode. I wonder if I can do the... Oh, it does it anyway. I was trying to do the left, right, left, but it doesn't. It does it. Does it anyway, and then you explode. Imagine going into this on Xmas Day. I'm gonna try it. See what thing is like. I wonder what Afterburner the actual game's like. See, this is the kind of thing though. Would you get something like this on Christmas Day? It's not like it's a console. It's like it's a PC, isn't it? Can't get an external view. The music is like Pilot Wings. Very snazzified. What were they? They were... Oh dear.
Get ready.
Can I do the spin on this? Can't do it. No, I can't do the spin. Colourful enough, it's just, I don't know what it was, it's like Shadow of the Beast, it just doesn't, it's not got that feel of the arcade, it's almost, I don't know what it is. It's like it's zoomed in. It's too big, the plane's, oh there we go, did the roll. I remember playing this on the C64. I love that. I like that version. You know when like last week when we were playing the PC Engine games, I thought you were like wowed. I am wowed to a degree, but not that much. It's impossible. It's like solid. I can't even see what's going on. It's not sped up. It's like, I don't know. 4D sports driving. I love this on the PC. I've been right looking forward to playing this system, but the more I play it, the more I'm like, is it that good? Don't know. I'm not. The jury's out at the minute. Oh, I can't create. I use this save data. Well, not save data. We'll just play. Remember the 4D. This was called Stunts in the US. Yeah, it's called Stunts. Electronic Arts presents. "4D driving." Wow. Be a shelf queen. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like you had to have your own. So it's for your save games, I suppose, isn't it? This is definitely playing from CD, the music. It was called 4D Stunts on the Amiga, and it was called Stunts on, like you say, on the PC. It's got a bit more, what should I say, a bit more pizzazz about it. It was basically hard driving where you could do, you know, levels.
Make your selection.
Who was that? Make your selection. It's not got as good an interface as it has on the PC either. The PC interface, I know it's quite... We used to make some insane courses with this on the track editors because you can just basically make what you wanted. You could race in like racing cars and stuff. Oh. It was just an updated version basically of hard driving, weren't it? The trouble with on the Amiga, it jerked so much, it was terrible, and I've said this 1,000 times before. I was so disappointed when I got it, because I got the 1200 thinking it was going to make a lot of difference, and it didn't. So that was the final nail to get a PC. So I got the 486. Obviously the graphics are quite tame these days compared to what you can have on the Forza. Let's go flying. Whee! It's almost, it reminds me a bit of Test Drive as well with the gear stick. The background isn't blending with the sky. This is a bugger because they put things on them in the middle. If you stay in the middle, it's different this one. But you could put things in the middle, so... Oh, there is the... See if I can crash. And then you should be able to do a replay where you can like have cameras up so you can rewind how far back you want to go. So if you wanted to watch the whole race you could do. Let's go back a bit further. How do you change the camera view, I wonder? No, you should be able to change the camera view. If not that. Oh, I don't know. You should, well, on the PC version you can change the camera view anyway. It isn't related to hard driving, no, not at all. In no way, shape or form. This is Electronic Arts. It was I say we used to play the thingy, the PC version from God, I must have played it hours and hours and hours. We used to, because you could make tracks and save them, and then when the internet came out, you could download other people's tracks and just play them. It was a bit mental, but you should be able to change. I wonder if I can do it here. Ah, that's it. The view, because you could basically have any view you wanted. And you could rotate it as well while it was. It was pretty good for its time. It was like a step ahead of hard driving. But anyway, yeah, there was 4D Sports Boxing, and I'm not sure if there was a 4D Sports Tennis or if I'm thinking of Advantage Tennis. I think there's boxings on here, but it was very much it was to do with like rotation and moving things around. It was like the early 3D, wasn't it? It was like when 3D was a big thing and it was just coming out before it became proper 3D. All these came out for the Amiga as well and the PC. No. Obviously Electronic Arts wanted to add a bit of a whiz to the front of them. Viewpoint, yeah, I'll load Viewpoint next. Electronic Arts Canada. We'll just have an exhibition. They like their intro cutscenes, didn't they? I suppose with things being on CD, that's the one thing they had the bonus with. It's like the PC CD-ROM. You could actually add more animations in and stuff. Because you didn't...
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's go to him. Boom. It's like virtual fighting, but in slow motion. So that rotates and backwards and forwards makes you go forward. Oh, he's down. The boxing gloves thing at the bottom reminds me of Thames theme park when you had to renegotiate wages. Yeah, definitely, Paul. This is poor job. Craig, sorry. This is pure jobbies. This is made by Electronic Arts as well. So I put through 31 punches. I landed 77. He threw 3 and landed none. Yeah, so that's 4D Sports boxing. Crowd are going wild. So it's Ving again. Yes.
One, two, three, four, hit!
Oh. So this is Viewpoint, Andy. You obviously play this on the Neo Geo, don't you? This must be the first Neo Geo port ever. Why was it never ported onto anything else?
One, two, three, four, hit!
Oh. It's not a bad port actually, to be honest. Oh. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. I don't want to use that because we have weapons. Sounds like a sample from an Amiga demo of some kind. Oh, is this where you had to shoot the things round? I couldn't do this last time. Oh. Oh, that's impossible to get back. Annoying. Oh. One way of doing it. Oh, if you hold button down it. That's a bit like R-Type thing where you hold button down. Solid this. It's good graphics, but it's very difficult. Oh yeah, I'll look at the comments in a second. Oh. Imagine chucking 50p's in this machine game is brutal but fun. It's the same sample I have the two on my 1200. That's not a bad conversion. I think it's redeemed itself somewhat there. Because if you can imagine playing that on Christmas morning, you'd have been impressed. More so if you got 4D sports boxing. Right, we're going to play one more game. And then I'm going to call it a night. Let's have a look what there is.
Biggest unanswered question is
I know what to
where
play.
is the money?
Flashback's always the same on most things. Glow in the dark. That's Turbo. We'll give Turbo Outrun a blast. Like I say, don't forget next week is looking at unreleased titles that were developed but never released. There's some really interesting games in amongst it as well. I thought anyway, so stuff I've never heard of, even on modern systems, and I'm like, I didn't even know they were like even looking at producing this. Yeah, I'm really pleased that people find these hard drives and stuff on and get a chance to play stuff that you might not have. Outrun. Which was the one you could? Oh, was it Outrun Europa that you could go on bikes? This looks very much Amiga-ified, type of thing you'd see on an Amiga, but maybe a bit quicker. Oh, flash is changed. I like the changing. It wasn't very subtle, was it? It's changed. Why is the police after me? What? Like Cannonball Run. Why is the police after me? I'll look at the text in a minute. Turbo's available. We'll use my turbos. Overheat. It's just a bit too low down. The view is too low down. It's just. Finish! Me and Andy have been talking about the difference between PC and console these days and how much difference there. Sorry. Me and Andy have been talking about the difference between PC and console these days, and there is there much difference, or are they trying to be everything? The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X are basically PCs in a box. It's as simple as that. Even the processors, the graphics card, they've got their own version of graphics cards, but yeah. I'm obviously doing 300 kilometers an hour. To be honest, you know, if I didn't use the PC for other things like streaming and other things like making like titles and stuff for videos, I'd just go with a Series X console and put emulation on it, because it's probably more powerful as a standalone emulator than the PC is, unless you've got a super powerful one. It all changed when Xbox came out. That's when it changed, because that was when they were trying to get a PC into a box, basically. Yeah, I get that as well. The PC can be upgraded, but I don't know, why would you need to? If it emulates most of the systems below it anyway, why would you need to upgrade it? You look at Xbox Series X, that can emulate up to PlayStation 3. Even the PS5 can't do that, which is a bit of a game kicker for them, really. You can even run Switch games on Xbox Series X. But it's whatever you want in a system, isn't it, I suppose? Right. That's Turbo Outrun, yeah. So that's FM Town. So yeah, a bit disappointing really. I was quite looking forward to playing it, and now I've played it. It's not a bad system, don't get me wrong. Back in the day, if you'd have played some of them games, you'd have been happy. But it's not as mind blowing as the PC Engine was last week, or whatever we played. So yeah, I'm disappointed. Let's hope we can pull it back next week with these prototype games. So yeah, that was the FM Towns. So not all Japanese systems are amazing like they say they are. Right, mate. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you Craig and Paul and Liz and Andy and Music Man and everybody else who's popped in through the stream. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I shall see you again next Sunday, hopefully, as long as the computer doesn't crash. It'd be a great help if you could click the like button as well on the channel, and if you really enjoyed it, then subscribe. We're trying to aim for 1,000 subs by the end of the year, so we're nearly there. On that note as well, congratulations to 8-Bit Hoots on hitting 250. That's really good. You'll probably get there before I will at this rate. It's just trying to get time to put videos up at the moment. I've got so much going off, but hey, we'll get there. So thank you all for watching. Have a great week, and I shall see you